The tragic last dive of Yuri Lipski is one of the greatest cautionary tales in diving history. It's pretty much universally agreed that he went about the dive the wrong way. But what if he hadn't? What if he went about the dive the right way? Alright everybody, welcome back to Dive Vibe. My name is Zach. I am a technical rebreather instructor and a former Army medic / CLS instructor. And today, I'm here to talk to you once again about Yuri Lipski. Yuri Lipski, the video I made originally about him is one of the most successful videos on my channel. Unfortunately, it's about something super gloom and doom and sad, but it does teach a lesson, and I'm happy for that. Most widely viewed video that I have may in fact save someone's life, so that is awesome. But I do find that it tends to scare people off from technical diving or potentially diving in general, and that is not what I want for this channel. So what we're gonna do, I was trying to find some good footage online of a dive at the Arch in the Blue Hole in Dahab, Egypt, where near where Yuri passed away. He wasn't at the Arch on the dive where he passed away, but from the locals and hearing what they had to say and what he was asking for, when he was asking around town looking for a buddy, he wanted to do the Arch. So his goal was the Arch. We don't really know exactly what his plans were the day he passed, but eventually he wanted to do the Arch. So let's see what happens when you properly train, you take the appropriate courses, take the dive seriously, and actually dive the Arch. So without any further ado, we're just going to get into the video, and I am going to show you what it takes to actually do a dive like this, and what Yuri could have seen had he done the dive appropriately and lived to talk about it and bring back the photos. All right, the Blue Hole. I have got to make it out here one of these days. This place looks amazing. Okay, right off the bat, he's popping his reg out of his mouth and talking, and you can hear his voice is high-pitched already. So you know that he's diving trimix. This is a 60-meter normoxic trimix dive by the title in the description. They're diving dry suits. They've got good primary torches. They've got computers, long hose, no independent doubles, nothing weird like that. Already, I really like what I'm seeing here. All right, and another thing to note is already, it looks like at least the guy in front that I could actually see what regs he was diving. He was diving high quality regs, look like Zeagle, Apex, that type of stuff. These guys have got great kit. Taking the dive very seriously. You can see that they've practiced tons. How many of you watching this video think that you could take all that guy's gear, doubles, you got an 80 stage, you got a 40, they're actually deco bottles, not stages, but dry suit, all that stuff, and then just hang with no bottom below you, or the bottom is too far below you. Just hang right there, looking at that wall perfectly. Perfect buoyancy. Because I'm here to tell you that if you can have perfect buoyancy on a reef, it's a whole lot different from having perfect buoyancy in the water column, 50 feet above the bottom or whatever, hanging out right there, keeping perfect buoyancy control. That is not easy. These guys have put hours into this, and that's one of the things I'm trying to drive home, is that it's not just even the training. It's pool time, it's preparation dives, it's practice, it's all this stuff. This stuff just doesn't happen overnight. These guys weren't born good at diving. This is such a cool dive. So I just can't get over how well these guys are doing. I think one of them is an instructor, so probably don't need me to tell them how good they're doing. I have to do this dive. This looks amazing. It's so cool. I really want to see all that soft coral up there on the roof. I bet you there's a heck of nudibranchs in there. Probably don't even have very much time to look, because this is a trimix dive. So these guys are diving normoxic trimix, meaning they don't have to have travel gas. They can just breathe it from the surface all the way down to the deepest point in their dive, their maximum operating depth. They can breathe that. If you dive hypoxic trimix, you do need some sort of travel gas or something like that, because you can't breathe what you have in your doubles on the surface, typically. So 6 meters, or 9 meters, it's 6 meters, and 21 meters. That leads me to believe that the diver is carrying 50% oxygen and 100% oxygen as deco gases. Venting a little gas out of the dry suit. I believe they're making their ascent now. Actually, can't tell. They might... Is he already on? It looks like he's already on a deco gas, actually. You watch me switch to my back gas. So, what's he doing here? He's on the 50%, switching back to the back gas. So, probably doing an air brake or something like that. Depending on your agency, your training agency, your instructor, you might do air brakes differently. Okay, watch me switch. Switch into his O2. So he just went and checked his depth to make sure he was at the right place. These guys have really got this down. It looks like this diver might be in a course. And if he is, he's killing it. I love this. I love this part of the dive because this is just like out here in Kona where you're doing shore dives and stuff like that, and you're coming up from like a 200-foot dive where it took, you know, a lot to train for it, and then you're up there decoing and you look over. I don't know if you can see up in the top left-hand corner of the screen, there's snorkelers up there probably looking down like, what's that guy doing? I love that kind of stuff. And I have that juxtaposition. I love stuff like that. I have this picture of me in a pool inside mount, and I'm just kind of swimming back and forth. But there's in the picture, I'll see if I can find it. But in the picture, there's the like people walking in the water next to me in the other lane. It's stupid. But anyway, back to the video. All right, so just finished making a good gas switch. I don't know if he was coming back onto his deco gas from an air brake or something like that. But wow. Very well executed. It's good navigation too. Right back to where they started. This is beautiful. But this is my favorite part of the whole video. If somebody showed up after my dive and took my bailouts from me as I was trying to get out of the water, they would be my best friend for the rest of my life. That's what I like about being a broke technical diver. I dive the rebreather out of necessity because I can't afford Trimix. If somebody, oh my god, that'd be amazing. If no one is showing up to take my bailouts out of the water, I can tell you that much. Anybody wants to come out to Hawaii and be my tank Sherpa? I didn't think so. Well, that was a great video. Fantastic divers. It was fun to watch that and kind of analyze that and to just show what it actually takes and what skill level you really need to be at to safely do dives like this. And if people see this video and understand what they need to do and get into technical diving and do the dives the right way and make the sport better, then that is amazing. Just trying to make something positive out of a terrible situation because, you know, the Yuri Lipski thing is super sad. Probably didn't really understand what he was getting himself into. If you want to know my take on the video of Yuri's last dive, I'll put the link up there. You can click on that and watch that. Well, I hope you got something out of that. If you did, it would help me out a lot. If you hit the like button, that's great. And if you haven't yet, subscribe. Come on. What are you doing? You know you like it here. You want to stay. Come on. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought, let me know if I missed anything, and we can discuss it further down there. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a link below next to subscribe. It says join the channel. You could join Dive Vibe, become a supporter, gets you access to some cool videos and some emojis to use in chat, and little loyalty badges to go next to your name to let everybody know that you're a Dive Vibe supporter, man. So back off. Thanks so much for diving with me today, and I'll see you in the water.
Beat by Apollo, stop at New Apollo's. Cop a Henny sour, and I'm puffing Jack sour. Yeah, I feel a black power. Yeah, this time it's really ours. It's time to get the bag. Yeah, it's time to get the bag.